Hi everyone, I hope you're having a great day. Welcome back to my channel for those of you who have been here before, and for those of you who are new, it's so great to have you. Today I have an awesome topic. It is geared for women like myself in their 50s, and we are going to talk about the biggest nutrition mistakes women over the age of 50 make. Yes, this is a big one. I am now in my mid-50s, and I've been trying some of these things out for myself over the last couple of years. Really wanted to share them with you. I do want to mention, if you are not yet at the age of 50, you can still learn a lot from this video. It really pertains to women of all ages. But as you know, and as we get older, our bodies change, and it's very important to understand what's going on in your body so that you can accommodate it when it comes to nutrition. And that's what we're going to do today. Let's get started. The first mistake I see women over the age of 50 make all of the time when it comes to nutrition is not getting enough protein. I know that a lot of women use macros as indicators of the nutritional content they're putting into their body on a daily basis. And macros are great. They're very important. But my suggestion, and what has worked really well for me, is to also focus on your protein intake. Not just the macros, not just counting calories, but how many of those calories are actually coming from protein. And here's why. Protein is a very, very important part of the aging process. It is used to help to keep your muscles strong, it is used for energy, and it really adds value to our physique and how we feel. And I don't think a lot of us put that much emphasis on it. So what I've been doing over the last couple of years is really making sure that I'm not only getting enough protein, but that I'm also having it at specific times of the day consistently throughout the day. For example, when I was younger, I would get all of my protein in the evening. And believe it or not, your body cannot absorb the highest amount of protein. You need to have between 6 to 8 ounces for it to be absorbed. Anything over that, you're not going to absorb, so it kind of goes to waste. So what I do now is I make sure that each meal I have is protein rich. It could be something like cottage cheese in the morning as part of my breakfast, maybe some grilled chicken in my salad for lunch, and then in the evening, if I wanted to do like a tofu source or a fish, that would be a really great way to get my protein in. And of course, I always like to do my protein shake after the gym. I notice since I've been eating more protein, I definitely feel stronger, I have more energy, and I have a lot more lean muscle. So ladies, make sure to get enough protein. The second mistake, and you've heard this all the time, stems from your mom's advice, is that you can't skip breakfast. I know it gets really busy in the morning, especially if you have to get off to work or if you have kids, but breakfast really is the most important meal of the day. Your mom was not joking. If you don't have breakfast, your energy lulls by midday. You don't have the mental clarity you need to get through whatever you have to do early enough in the day, and you'll get hungry later, and usually you can binge. So make sure to eat breakfast. A really great tip to make sure that is going to happen is to have what you want in the house for breakfast, or even prepare it the night before. Overnight oats is a wonderful option. I've been doing that lately. It's so delicious. I prepare it the night before. Sometimes I even meal prep it on a Sunday, and I keep 5 containers in my freezer, defrost them the night before, put some berries on it, a little Greek yogurt, and I'm all set to go. Make sure to get your breakfast, ladies. The third mistake I see women make is assuming that your nutritional needs have not changed from when you were in your 20s, 30s, and even 40s. That is a huge mistake. Our bodies are constantly changing. And what your body needed at a younger age is not necessarily what it needs now. So instead of relying on the habits that you had when you were younger, it's super important to understand what your body needs at this age. And I've been learning a lot about that and really trying to incorporate those needs into my daily life. This portion of the video is in partnership with Nourish. So as you guys all know, I've been into health, wellness, and fitness my entire life. And as a doctor of psychology, mental health is also really important to me. So as I'm getting older now, in my 50s, I really wanted to focus on the nutritional needs my body needs at this age. I wanted to focus on muscle maintenance, recovery, how I'm sleeping, mental acuity, and all of those things which obviously tie back to nutrition. And that's the reason I decided to meet with a registered dietitian from Nourish. So the meeting went great, and what I really appreciated about it was it wasn't about doing a quick fix at all. It was about really helping me to personalize my goals, my plan, and really reframing how I was going to make nutrition a part of my life at this age. So I learned that nutrition isn't just about exercise and eating the things that we think are good for us. It's really understanding more about the facts about how our body reacts to different foods and how that affects our lifestyle and how we feel. And that was really eye-opening for me. One of the things that really helped me was understanding that I'm not getting enough protein throughout the day. I know I mentioned that earlier in the video, and that's one of the reasons why I did mention it, because I thought I was getting enough protein, but I was not getting enough and I wasn't spreading it out throughout the day. So my dietitian helped me understand how to do that. What I really liked is that this is very sustainable and realistic. So this was a way that I can incorporate best practices for myself when it comes to nutrition in an easy enough way in my life where I know I can be consistent with them. And that's really, really important. I really also enjoy the Nourish app. It's a great way to stay connected. There's lots of resources on there, and it's just very helpful in making sure that you're staying on track and that you're being consistent. Nourish accepts over 100 insurance plans over 50 states, and 94% of patients pay $0 out of pocket. My insurance covered my appointment. With the Nourish Guarantee, you'll receive a cost estimate before your appointment, and you'll never pay more than that estimate. So there are no surprises. What I learned most is that even after years of learning about diet, nutrition, and exercise, it can still be extremely helpful to meet with a registered dietitian. And it's not about completely changing your lifestyle and routines. It's about making small adjustments that can really support what you're doing in your life. If you'd like personalized nutrition support and want to meet with a registered dietitian who understands your goals, check out Nourish using the link in the top of my description and book your first appointment in under 5 minutes. The fourth mistake is not getting enough healthy fats. Now, I know where this comes from. The word fat, we do not like to use that as part of our nutritional vocabulary. We think we're eating fats, it's a bad thing, but that's really outdated information. Healthy fats are actually a really good thing, and your body needs these healthy fats for so many things. For example, healthy fats are great for your hair, skin, and nails. They really help to alleviate any kind of muscle stiffness. And some great examples are avocados. We all love avocados. That's a healthy fat. Do some whole wheat toast, put a little bit of avocado spread on it. Also, nuts are a wonderful healthy fat, and specific oils for cooking. So don't think that's a bad thing. Healthy fats are a good thing. Obviously, there are recommended dosages of how much healthy fat you should have. I love almond butter, for example, and I was eating way too much of it. I didn't realize, but now that I know how much I should be getting, I have a little rice cake and put a scoop of almond butter on it. Tastes absolutely delicious. Maybe a little banana also. So ladies, make sure to get in those healthy fats. And the last mistake I see all the time is looking for quick fixes instead of sustainable results. So this can come to maybe when you're trying to lose weight or you're trying to just change your routine into a healthier one. Even when it comes to fitness and going to the gym, people go all out. When you go all out, you usually crash hard. So the women who have been the most successful are those who have been consistent throughout their life. I do have to say that as a young child and being a ballet dancer, I have been very, very consistent, not just with what I eat, but also with exercise. That doesn't mean it hasn't changed throughout the course of my life. There have been times where I was able to do more or less, just really depending on where I was at. My career, my children, my family life, taking care of my elderly mom. But at the end of the day, I have been relatively consistent. So that's really important. Don't just try to go for that all-out change. Really try to think about what's sustainable in your life. And if it takes a little time to get to where you want, that's okay. But in the long run, it all pays off. I hope that you found the video super helpful. I love to talk about these topics. I hope that they resonated with you. And if, of course, if you have any advice or feedback, questions even, please drop them in the comments. It's always great when all of you share and I get to hear your perspectives as well. Also, if you know anyone that would benefit from the video, please feel free to share it. That's always a wonderful thing to do. Anybody who can learn, and we can all support one another. I hope you have a great day, guys, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.